Hello, DDP students, and welcome to our second tutorial in our Carabiner Shuttle pen assembly. This is the second video of our first sub-assembly, which is going to be the barrel bottom, this shell casing that is going to house other components for the bottom of the pen, and the pen grip, which is what we're going to be creating in this tutorial. So if I were to take off the barrel bottom, this is what we're going to be making, okay? And it's used kind of keep your hand gripped onto the pen. So let's get started. We're going to pick up where we left off before. And when we start anything new, we're going to create a new component for it and label it. So this is going to be pen grip. Okay, and once a new component becomes active, the old component becomes inactive, which is why it's transparent. So everything we're doing is going to be working on that new component. So let's get started. We're going to create a sketch. And just for reference here, we are going to be working between this front part and this back part. So this middle section is where the grip is going to be. So we're going to be working on the front part first. And I'm going to zoom way in, and I'm going to choose this outer circle, like this right here. All right. And cool. So this is going to put us facing this. We're going to activate our center diameter circle, start from the origin, and we're going to drag a circle out. It's going to be 0.465. We're going to set that, okay? We can see where it is because of the reference line. We're going to activate our center diameter circle, and we're going to drag a circle that is larger than the pen itself. It doesn't need to be anything specific because we're going to dimension that right now. So we're going to hit D to activate our dimension tool. And from the bottom of the 0.465 circle that we made to the outer part of the larger circle, we're going to add a dimension. And that dimension is going to be 0.05. We're going to set that. And this is what it looks like. We have this sort of outer part right here, this and this. So we are going to finish the sketch, and we are now going to be starting a new sketch, but on this part here. So let me zoom out. We're going to create a sketch, and where we're going to place it, if we zoom way in, this very outer lip of that is where we're going to select. And now we're facing inside of the back part of this. So we're going to activate our center diameter circle. We're going to start from the origin point, and we're going to drag this to be a 0.56. Okay, we're going to set that, and we can see where that is. We're going to repeat that concentric circle that's larger than the pen. And then we're going to activate our dimensioning tool. And we're going to go from where that 0.56, let me pan so we can see the bottom of that line. So from this line to that line, we're going to set a dimension. Do that 0.05. And we're going to finish our sketch. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here so far. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off the barrel bottom right here. So we just have our profiles, and we're going to activate the loft function. So we're going to go to under create and loft. And if we zoom in, we'll see that we have two outer profiles. We're going to select both of those. We're going to select the outer profile of this, and it's going to give us a solid body. Great. So now we have the body of our pen grip. We're going to then activate our shell. We're going to choose both the front and the back face. We're going to give it a thickness of 0.035. Set that. Very good. Very good. So we are now going to go to construct tangent plane. and we're going to choose the body of that. And this is what it looks like. We have a offset plane stuck to the side of it, which is just what we want. And you know, cats, they are sitting on my instructions here. Okay, cool. So we're going to create a sketch on it, on the plane itself. And let's make it so, okay, we want this to be facing more like this. So we are looking at it from the side, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a point. I'm going to try to find the center of this line. Zoom in here. Or actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a line from here to here. Okay, I'm going to make it, select that, make it a construction line that I can reference. Okay. Great. And I'm going to now create a point where I can find the center of it. There we go. There's the center. I'm going to set a point there. And now I'm going to activate my ellipse tool. Okay. I'm going to start it at the point. I'm going to drag it along this axis, click, and I'm going to set my ellipse. All right. So that is okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to add some dimensions to this. We're going to go from, but what we should do actually, before we do that, before we dimension this, we need to make sure our ellipse is straight and along this line. So we're going to use our coincident tool. We're going to find where that front point of the ellipse is, and we're going to select the middle line, and it's going to adjust this as it should. Okay. So now we're going to be adding some dimensions. We're going to hit D to activate that. And from one point to another, we're going to dimension that to 0.7. Okay. And then from the top to bottom, right along the center, we're going to give that a dimension of 0.115. Okay. And we're going to finish the sketch. We're going to extrude this, and we want to extrude this in. Okay, so we're going to go in, select negative 0.02. That's exactly what we want. So we want cut negative 0.02, and we're going to hit OK. And this is what we have so far. Let me just roll that there. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to create pattern, circular pattern. Okay, we want features. We want, so let's select the feature we want, which is going to be this. Okay, the axis. So we have an, get to the axis here. So we have our axis points here. Okay, I'm going to choose this axis point, which is straight like that. And so we want a vertical axis that's running through the center of it. We want a quantity of 6, so this is good. All right, and we're just going to hit enter to set that. I'm going to now, let's see, get rid of the construction here by turning off the eye. Okay, oops. Okay, great. All right, so this is what we have so far. I'm going to turn the barrel bottom back on. Good, so this is what we have so far. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be assigning it a physical material. and we're gonna make that rubber. So this is in plastic. I'm just going to just scroll down till we can find just plain old rubber. Here we go. And add that right there. We don't want this to be black here. So I'm going to click on the color or the material. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit enter to set that. We're gonna right click on pen grip again. We're gonna go to appearance. Okay, and we're going to use red paint and add that on, but we don't want it to be red. We actually want it to be orange. So I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to duplicate the color. I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to edit it. And this brings us to a color bar. If you don't see the color bar, you're going to hit advanced, and there should be some sort of color formula. Just click on that. It'll bring you to the color bar. And I am looking for an orange. So let's see here. We are kind of in our orange here, maybe over here. Doesn't really show us what our new color is. So I'm gonna hit this, okay. So this is fine. We can even, if we want to make it darker, we can. All right, and I'm now going to assign that to my pen grip. Great, so what we have now, I'm going to activate the top assembly here to activate everything. And this is our first subassembly, okay? The barrel bottom and the pen grip. So we're going to be just closing this. We're gonna save it, okay? Saved. And from here on, we're gonna move to another component. So I'll see you at the third tutorial, which will be the spring. See you there.